Hey guys, it's Jennifer. Welcome to my channel, and today I am doing a quarterly wrap-up, stats, and book haul. So before we get started, I want to direct everybody to the description down and below. Since now it's the middle of the semester, and midterms and finals are coming up, I will be uploading less frequently again. So I suggest following my Twitter, my Instagram, and Facebook page so you can stay updated with me without me uploading here on BookTube. So I saw another BookTuber upload a stats, like a quarterly stats video, and that inspired me to do like a broad what I've read, what I've purchased, and my stats quarterly videos as well, because I don't always read a whole bunch during certain months, and I feel like I usually have to put together several wrap-ups together anyways, because I delay on that. I forget whose video I watched, but I will find it and link that down in the description below as well. So far this year, I've started 14 books, I've finished 11, and I have DNF'd, or did not finish, 3. I keep getting asked about this more often than usual, so DNF is, again, did not finish, but it's not like you forgot about the book and you didn't finish. It's more like actively, I'm not enjoying this book, so I'm not going to continue it. So I've done that to 3 books so far this year, and I will go through that once I go through my wrap-up, along with what books I read in order. And so, in general, of the books I have finished, I have read 1 fantasy book, 5 young adult books, 1 Southern Gothic book, 1 thriller, 1 sci-fi, and 1 true crime. I have read 3,061 pages, and I've read and listened to 51.4 hours. And I have reduced my TBR down to 120 books. So, let's go into the books purchased first. So this year, I am trying to limit myself of buying only 1 book a month. So since it's only been 3 months, I've purchased 3 books. So I'm going to go through those with you real quick. Now, I've already mentioned these 2 books on one of my other videos, or 2 of my other videos. I bought these at the same time, so I didn't purchase anything in February since I bought 2 books in January. But that is Sex Plus, Learning, Loving, and Enjoying Your Body by Lacey Green, and Come As You Are, The Surprising New Science That Will Transform Your Sex Life by Emily Nagoski. Why I bought 2 sex books at the same time? Again, I said this, I don't know, I just did. And then the 3rd book I purchased is a pretty big one because it has multiple editions in here. It's Tomi by Junji Ito. I'm probably butchering everything. But this it's a manga. It's a horror manga. Yes, I like horror things. It has multiple books and stories in here, as you can see. I'm pretty excited to read this. Like, I want to read it now, and I definitely want to get the other editions that have the similar covers of these. But I'm going to save this for October. So now we are going through the wrap-up. I'm pretty sure I mentioned all the books I've already read in January and some of my other videos, so I will put timestamps in the description below if you don't want to see what I read in January again. The first book I read in January was Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. I enjoyed Alice's Adventures more than Through the Looking Glass, simply because I really don't like chess, and the second book, too much of that, and I don't know, it just wasn't as magical for me as Alice's Adventures, but overall I gave this double collection 4 stars. I read Redeemed by PC and Kristen Cass. I only gave this 1 star. The reason why I gave it 1 star was that the writers clearly did not do research on what would happen to somebody and their visitation rights if they have been arrested for somebody's murder. And the whole story, the whole freaking book, the whole problem, the whole thing that's propelling the story forward is miscommunication, or the lack of communication. And it doesn't work for me. That's not okay. Then I read As I Lay Dying by William Faulkner. I really enjoyed this book. I give it 4-star rating. I thought it was interesting to see everybody's point of view of a family with somebody who has passed away. I read the novella from the House of Night series called Dragon's Oath by PC and Kristen Cass. I gave this one a 1 star as well. And I will read to you why I gave this 1 star. I have it written down in my journal. Okay, let me. I need you. Without you, without us, I am only a shell of what I should be. I am the dragon without the man. Only you can make the man stronger than the dragon. This beyond pissed me off. That quote pretty much entails the whole theme of this novella. I don't think you should ever rely so much on another person like that. I do not think it's romantic, and I think not only can that be toxic, but that will 100% destroy any relationship. So, no, not okay with that. Then I started The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. I DNF'd this book. I was bored, and I didn't like the racist themes going on this book. Then I read Leno B. As Val, another novella in the House of Night series by PC and Kristen Cass. Gave this one 2.5 stars. This was probably the best novellas out of all of them. No. Yeah. However, I still had a problem with the relationship thing because they're on a ship and Lena Bia falls in love with a man that she's known for less than a month. And that's problematic. And I don't really need to say anything else. And then I started and DNF'd The Sign by Raymond Cahuri. Did not like this book. This book got really religious. I read a quote in the beginning of this book in another video, and it just rubbed me the wrong way, and I didn't want to continue with this. I then read Netafrit's Curse, another novella, and the last novella, no, there's another novella in the House of Night series. I gave this one 2 stars. This one's a lot darker than the other ones. There's like rape and stuff in it. But I don't like how manipulative Netafrit, or Sarah, I think her real name's Sarah or something, before she changes her name after she becomes a vampire. I don't like how manipulative she becomes because she's trying to get out of a situation. I understand, but at the same time, it's, I don't know. I didn't like it. I read Hold Tight by Harlan Coben. I gave this 4 stars. Even though I gave this 4 stars, there's nothing really remarkable about it. I just enjoyed reading it. It was fun and good to get away from all the lower rating books. And then I read Kelowna's Fall. Gave it a 1 star. Again, these relationships are toxic. Nyx, the goddess in the story, literally disallows Kelowna to talk about something that was traumatizing with her. So, if that's not problematic, I don't know what is. And that is all I read in January. That is the most reading I have done this year, was in January, and then in February and March, not so much. In late January, I had started and have not finished, even now, The Complete Stories by Flannery O'Connor. This is all I read during February, and I didn't finish it. I only read 4 days out of that month. I'm really close to getting there. Once I complete this book, I will go over the stories that I liked the most and that I liked the least. So the first book I read in March was The Post-Mortal by Drew McGarry. I felt like this book really started off strong, and as it went forward, it fell stagnant over and over again. There is no development with the main character, whatever. He never becomes wiser, he never learns anything, and then at the end of the book, he makes the worst decision ever. So, and I am really disappointed with this book. I ended up giving it 2 stars, and I was really excited to read this book, and it did not do what I wanted it to do. And then I finally read the last story in this massive book of H.G. Wells, and that was The Food of the Gods, which I gave 3.5 stars. I quite enjoyed this story. It's 2 scientists come up with this food that make things grow exponentially, and how things look great at first but then come around and bites everybody back in the ass. Then I listened to The Demon Next Door by Brian Burrow. I do not have an image here, so I'm sorry, it's on Audible. I gave that a 5-star rating. The reason why I gave it a 5-star rating was because, unlike most true crime books, I feel like it just presents the information as is, tells you how horrific the crimes of this person is without becoming murder porn, or what I like to call murder porn. And then I am still working on another Audible book called Wishes and Wellingtons by Julie Berry. I have 1 chapter left that I believe is like 15 minutes long. I'm probably gonna go listen to it and finish it after this, but I am not going to give you my thoughts and opinions until next quarterly wrap-up. But so far, it's been really fun, really whimsical. It's a middle grade book. It's like 9 hours though, but it's been fun. I really enjoy it so far. And then another book that I do not have here, I started and then DNF'd The Life of Pi by Jan Martel, I believe is how you pronounce it. I've seen the movie before, but I don't remember a lot from it, so I don't know what I was expecting going into this book. It got weirdly religious and was like saying like if an atheist and agnostic died, this is what they would say or something like that. And I was just like, how do you know? But anyways, it was too slow and it got weirdly religious a couple times. I was like, no, thank you. But that is my wrap up for this quarter of the year. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you again next time. Bye. It got weirdly religious, and was like saying like if an atheist and agnostic died, this is what they would say or something like that. And I was just like, how do you know? But anyways, it was too slow and it got weirdly religious a couple times. I was like, no, thank you. But that is my wrap up for this quarter of the year. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.